Okay, welcome back. I clicked play. Click. Okay. Welcome back to day 295. We're getting close, right? We're taking down. We're taking down. We're taking it down. How much is 2 months? 60. Yeah. Yeah, we're almost to the last 2 months. Ooh. God, I am so tired. Really, don't you always say that? Yeah. Well, I have a lot of allergies today, and I feel really, really sick. My wrist thing is not getting better. Low-key wonder if it's this right here for some reason. My siblings like, because we play too many video games. I'm like, I haven't been playing video games. I've been having allergies. I haven't been in the other room. So it's like, that's not it. So it just... But I feel sick, and I'm like, I don't know what to do, but I think it's just allergies. So the best thing to do is just move the hell out. Which is like, don't you always complain about that? Yeah, the problem is I don't have money. And it's a pandemic. So I don't know what to do. And I don't have the money to do anything. I complain here because my sibling complains to me, but they're so overwhelmed that I don't want to complain to her, because when I do, she's like, I'm like, okay, I get it, you're complaining to me, but I want to complain as well, but I can't complain to you. So it's like, okay, so I complain to you guys instead. So I'm really annoyed by all that. But good news, all 3 of my family members complimented my shirt, which is funny to me. So it started with my sibling. She always says she likes the shirt. And then it started, or my sister, and then it went to my mom. She's like, I like the color of your shirt. And then my other sibling's like, oh, I like your shirt. I would crop it though. And I'm just like, you do realize that I can't, boobies, you crop it, boobies go out the bottom. Can't crop shirts that I wear around the house. And this is just around my house shirt. Yeah, got it for a few bucks at Target. I said that yesterday, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So I should talk to my dad, and my dog was at the vet because dogs need deep cleaned teeth brushing or else they lose their teeth, or to get teeth problems that can lead to a lot of problems. So he was at the vet for 3, 4, 5 for hours, for like 5 hours or whatever. Apparently there was a medical emergency for a different dog though, so they couldn't get his teeth cleaned, but I think he was sedated, because he came back really tired, and he, started peeing himself when he was taken away to the back. Has very much has anxiety, so, I don't know. So it's just all annoying. So we have to go back. My dentist like, you have to make a dentist appointment. And I'm like, oh, I would love to have a dentist appointment, but you're already booking for April? Like, dude, it's the beginning of September. April? The fuck? So I have to figure out that. I have to make a different doctor's appointment for my testosterone. I need to make a 3rd doctor's appointment because my wrist hurts all the time. And I feel like crap, but I feel like the feeling like crap all the time. And other symptoms, like, I feel like a machine just duct taped. You know what I'm saying? That is how crappy I feel. Every single day. Every single day I feel like that. And, I think I'm gonna be like, hey, can I feel better? And they're like, haha, you have allergies. And it really gets to me because I'm like, maybe I have a problem, but it's like my eye completely, what? It didn't happen in the last, well, might have swelled down. Well, I have previously had completely swollen eyes where I couldn't open my eye. It was that swollen, and it happened in both eyes repeatedly. And I think it's because I no longer sleep on my bed with allergies. However, and I really like cut back on allergies and stuff, but I still feel like crap, and I don't know, because I don't know, and it's a lot, and it feels like my body is just giving out constantly. So yeah, that's really fun, especially since I can't complain to anyone, because you know, like, I feel like I can't complain because my sibling has to drive me everywhere. My other sibling helps me try to get around the house. Today I have allergies, so I made my own food and I did all that, but I feel so crappy from one day of just living in this house. We have one car for 4 people, but we don't live in an area where you can, like, the closest bus stop is a 15-minute drive. There's no walking there because there's no sidewalks to walk there. It's next to a 4-lane 55+ drive area. There's no walking to that amount. There's no side to the street. There's nothing. And trying to do all that, where it's like, okay, well, we can't walk and use public transportation, we can't drive because we only have one car, we can't do anything, I can't survive here, and I can't complain because my other sibling's driving, because we need the car here during the day, for the rest of us. So my one sibling is driving my sister to and fro work, and they're really stressed out, but I can't do anything. Like, I can't even have a day where I don't feel like crap. And so I'm really going through it. I almost fell asleep right before doing this just because I'm so tired. I just sat down and went like this, and I just almost fell asleep because I'm that tired. And I woke up only 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess 6 hours ago. But guess what? Normal people don't get 6 hours before pass out tired. So I'm just so tired, and I slept for so long last night because I'm like, I'm just gonna try to catch up on sleep because it's the weekend. I slept in for 5 hours longer than I usually try to wake myself up, and 3 hours longer than I usually actually get up. Because I like trying to wake up 2 hours earlier, but my body's like, no, hell no, and I sleep for 2 more hours, and I slept 3 hours longer than that, and and I can't complain to my other sibling because she's working in a school during a pandemic with children, and she helps me so much with my allergies around the house that I can't complain. And she's the one that complains and rolls tries when I try to complain, because like, headache, you're just trying to complain. And it's like, I'm not saying I have it worse off than you, but, and I'm just like, you saying but is indicating that you actually do think that. I don't know. Like, I'm too tired. I can't even do things I want to do. I literally get up, I sit here feeling miserable until I get on to do actual things, and I put around doing things, and 6 hours of just doing low grade, like, kind of stuff, like, really not high intensity stuff. I'm so tired. I don't have the energy to, like, my one sibling's like, oh, why don't you try, well, we can't do it now because we had blah blah blah. We have ants in this house constantly, so we have another, like, the exterminator coming back tomorrow, and it's a big deal, and we have to make sure, like, put away my hang drying clothes that are up right now. But it really gets to me because it's just like, why don't you try to make yourself some food? I'm like, I'm too tired. I can't. I literally can't. I literally cannot do that. I am that tired. I am that out of it. I'm that feeling like I'm sick. And then summer comes along or fall comes around, and that sibling is like, oh, ouch, my face hurts. When I poke right here, it hurts. I can't do anything. Oh, and then they spend the whole day not doing anything in their room, and I'm like, are you joking? I constantly have my top teeth hurting from my sinuses. Constantly. I used to have over a month-long sinus infection. Like, that is how much my face constantly hurts. That didn't even register as anything to me, because that's how much my face typically hurts. Like, to the point where my doctor's like, oh, you're fine. Usually people flinch when I do that, and then they actually check me out, and they're like, oh, that hurt. I'm like, I mean, to the point that it's like, and I know, like, constant, like, having pain doesn't necessarily make it go away. Like, I still am feeling it. Having constant chronic pain doesn't make it less, but you know how you don't react the same way either. If I had the same pain as someone else that has chronic pain, I would feel it and be like, whoa. It's like, wait, when they're used to it. And that does not make it any less painful, and your body still gets so exhausted dealing with that pain. So it's like, I'm very tired of dealing with that, and dealing with it. Yeah. Yay. Yeah, just, I don't know. The reason why I'm so complaining is because I am so tired of dealing with it. If America could just help out, and I know I wouldn't die if I tried to move out, and like try to get a job, I would love to try that. And so but I just also don't have money for a car. So I can't just go and get a job, because I can't get a job if I can't keep the car with me. You know? So I think I need to talk to my dad, and figure it out, because he's a businessman. So he might know how to help me organize everything to do that. Because my other siblings, that we live together, my siblings and I live together, they have the option to go work and come back, and like, that's it. They did it. You can do that. And if they want to move out on their own or buy a different place or whatever, they can save up and do that. I can't save up and do that. I have $40 in my bank account because I just spent it all on my doctors constantly. Our money doesn't spend the same way. We can make the same amount of money working the same amount of hours. And my cousin, he made more money than me, but he worked a smaller amount of hours. I made more money than him working longer hours, because I worked longer hours. I had to pay for my doctors and everything, and I had to pay for my own place. Like, if I tried to move out, I would have to pay for my own place. I had to pay for gas myself, for my job. But he got a lot of things and could have his own car because he got a car from his parents. Our money doesn't spend the same way. He would run out and apparently he buys dinner all the time. And he just can do that. He bought the stuff, he goes out, he does things, whatever. And I'm like, honey, no. And he just has the money to be like, oh, I pay, I don't even know if he does pay half his rent. I think maybe his parents help with that. At least they helped him get it, like pay to get the place. Our money doesn't spend. If I have to spend for, one thing, like my one thing that I do constantly with my allergist, which is a years long process, is making the serum, getting injections, getting injections, getting injections, getting injections, getting injections, and then making more serum, and continue this for a while, and blah blah blah. I am very allergic to stuff. They thought I would not be allergic to stuff anymore, but I'm still, they're like, none of these went down at all. Only 2 things went down, and I'm like, oh. Or the 2 things the guy got rid of, I think a few things went down, but some things didn't. I'm very allergic to dust, and so they're like, we thought you would maybe get rid of it because that's something that people get rid of by now. In your case though, you're still very much allergic to it. I'm like, no shit, I can feel it. And it just is annoying. Yeah, I can't. Because, like, I tried to talk to somebody, and I'm like, yeah, I'm on this kind of medicine, it's a sedative. They're like, yeah, that sucks, you just have to keep doing things. I'm like, I can't. I'm already as tired as I am, plus a sedative? There's no way doing that. No, there's no doing that. And, so anyways, yeah, but my cousin and I just have a different amount of money because he went and he could just go and get things, buy games, do things that he wants, a lot of these things, and I'm like, I can't do that. He's like, yeah, but when on vacation, I flew down to Florida. It was it was right at the beginning of pandemic. He actually, I think, returned early because pandemic hit, and he's like, I'm not doing this. Nope. Like, hit America, and he's like, he flew down because, like, he can go on vacations. I have $40 in my account because that was one doctor I talked about, and I have to go weekly for injections, because I got off my allergy shots for too long because I needed to. They didn't tell me my serum was ready, so now I have to restart from ground zero, building up my tolerance, and so it's like we make the same we made previously because now I can't work. It was impossible. I don't know. And then people are like, oh, why don't you work from home? It's like, well, yeah, I can try. The problem is home is where I'm allergic to. It actually would be better if I worked in the office. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna eat my bowl. Oh, they don't look so great. My bowl of frozen bananas and strawberries. And, maybe then I get some energy and don't feel so terrible. Probably will.